Is most of the forecast for boating as well. We'll look at that part of it and our rain chances coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, here's Rob Westerby at 7:03 with a traffic update.
And at Fox 17 traffic, here's a peek at the lane closure that has caused slow traffic on southbound 131. This is right at the interchange of 131 and I-196, southbound side of 131. Right lane closure there, but you still have a squeeze that you can make the ramp to the westbound side of 196. This has traffic backed up and especially slow at Ann Street. You still get slowed down to under 20 miles per hour, and the slowdown begins before you even get to I-96. So that's the one kind of glitch we have for you this morning. Everywhere else, we're looking at on-time travel. In fact, intercity travel times are normal with 100th Street to I-94 on 131, Grand Rapids to Kalamazoo, 32 minutes. 30-minute trip between Kalamazoo and Battle Creek on I-94, and from Grand Rapids downtown to Lansing downtown, the usual 59-minute trip. I'm Rob Westerby, Fox 17 Traffic.
All right, thanks a lot, Rob. Well, this morning, 2 officers on leave after an armed man was shot and killed in the Trinity Grand Haven Hospital parking lot. This was Sunday.
People who live in that area say they heard multiple gunshots in their otherwise quiet neighborhood.
I heard like a rattling, a rifle shot, da 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 da, like that. And I thought, fireworks this late? I hope not. But then I thought more of it, and then 15 minutes later or so, I see bubble lights on the police cars, and outside there's like 4 or 5 police cars down the street. They're putting tapes up.
Officers responded to a suicidal man calling at Trinity Grand Haven Hospital. The 66-year-old was in the parking lot with a rifle. As officers tried to intervene, they shot and killed him. It's unclear what prompted them to use deadly force. The hospital went into a temporary lockdown, but after the shooting, it left all patients, visitors, and staff members. None of them were harmed. The Department of Public Safety placed both of the officers involved on paid leave, which is standard in a case like this. Grand Haven Public Safety says, quote, "Our hearts go out to the family of the deceased and all who were involved in the incident." We reached out to Michigan State Police, and they did not issue any additional comments this morning. A reminder, if you or someone you know is in crisis or contemplating suicide, there is help available. The Suicide Crisis Lifeline can be reached 24/7. You can call it or text 988. You'll be connected to a number of resources there, and more than 240 languages are supported on the hotline.
A suspect expected to be arraigned today in the shooting death of a 17-year-old Kalamazoo teen. It all happened at Summit Park Court in the afternoon on Saturday. Officers sent to a call for shots fired, finding Corleon Gordon with gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital, pronounced dead there a short time later. Information from witnesses, police were actually able to track that suspect down and get them into custody. Still working to learn, though, this morning if that suspect and the victim knew each other at the time and a possible motive for that shooting. Fire authorities in Muskegon Heights called to a scene of a crash overnight. Take a look at these pictures. A driver hitting a person's home. They say that SUV caused some structural damage. You see it kind of right there on your screen. But thankfully, nobody was hurt in this. They did not provide any more information about what might have led up to that.
A water rescue after a plane went into the water in Newaygo County. The sheriff's office says an airplane went down in the Hardy Dam Pond in Big Prairie Township Saturday. By the time deputies got there, the 2 people who were on the plane had already been rescued and were on a boat nearby. A 55-year-old man from Grand Haven and a 56-year-old man from Tennessee were brought back to shore with no injuries. The sheriff's office says the airplane was performing touch-and-go maneuvers on the pond when it started to take on water.
Well, for many kids living in the foster care system, finding a forever home is a tiring and an emotional process. Today, I'm going to introduce you to 17-year-old Renee. She's using music, though, as a way to keep her hopes high of finding a family.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
17-year-old Renee is happiest in a room just her and 88 keys. Her piano repertoire a little bit more advanced, but today she's teaching me Mary Had a Little Lamb, one of the first songs she ever learned.
Something like that.
I may not have quite mastered it, but it's easy to see how simply striking the keys brings a big smile to her face.
Trying to figure it out without making a really high squeaky pitch. I learned that the hard way. My dog literally jumped my little tiny board I had to keep him out of my room.
She has fond memories trying to attempt her first musical masterpiece, Hot Cross Buns, on the recorder, and now she enjoys playing ukulele, the piano, and singing in choir. Music, though, it's more than just stringing melodies together for Renee. It's therapeutic.
Sometimes it's my feelings, so I'll just write them out. Because at first it was like, people were always like, journal, it's a coping skill. Journaling never helped. And then I figured out that when I journaled, it wasn't like journaling. It was literally turned into rhythmic stuff.
Music brings out emotion, pain, and longing. Longing for a place to call home.
Family technically means everything to me.
Renee has a brother, and in our short time together, you can tell just how much he means to her, even after being separated for some time.
He's literally right here at me, my same height. And I'm like, I wonder if I can still pick you up. I went like this and I could still pick him up like 3 inches off the ground. Now he does football, so I can't.
She's his biggest cheerleader on and off the field.
So being able to see my brother, even have contact with my brother.
And she hopes to be able to spend more time with him in the future. Home to Renee means comfort and belonging. She would love a family with arms wide open to any walk of life.
1, they're same sex. 2, which also means they're LGBTQ community. So I feel like I could be understood, I guess.
And as Renee continues to explore the keys on this grand piano, she jokes that whatever home she ends up in doesn't need to have this state-of-the-art instrument, just one that she can express herself with whatever melody is speaking to her on that day.
And of course, we have more information about her on our website, fox17online.com. And we have to thank, of course, Ada Conservatory of Music.
Yes.
They just let us come. They had a beautiful kind of piano waiting for her. She was so excited. She got there and she's like, "Ooh, I can play it." She's, it's a grand piano, and she didn't get to play on those often.
She did a great job.
Yeah, very fun to be with her, and a great kid. All right, 7:10 right now. It's still ahead this morning.
Really serious thing to have a foreign dictatorship in charge of a major U.S. sports league.
Congress gets ready to hold hearings on a merger of professional golf leagues. Our Joe St. George shares what U.S. politicians are worried about.
And it was more than just planes at this weekend's air show in Muskegon. The organizers hoping to inspire veterans with this piece of military history.
It's 7:10 in the morning. It's July 10th, and on a scale of 1 to 10, this stays at 10 as far as summer standards are concerned. Here's a beautiful shot at Windmill Island there in Holland. Great day to be out and about today. If you can do that, your West Michigan forecast comes up next.
Happy Sweet 16, Gabby. Have a great day today. Happy first birthday, Isla, the big one, Isla. Happy 10th birthday, Elena. Double digits, Elena. Have a great day. Happy 11th birthday to Noah. Have a great day, Noah. Happy 5th birthday to the birthday princess, Etta. Have a great day. Happy 6th birthday, Leela. Have the best day ever, Leela. Happy 11th birthday to Dana. Happy birthday, Dana. Happy 4th birthday, Nora. Love that smile, Nora. Enjoy. Look at all our birthday kids today. Have a fantastic day.
Happy birthday. Enjoy your special day.
Good morning, everybody. 7:14 on a Monday morning as we look out over Ravenna Middle School. We've got a beautiful summer day unfolding here. I can't drive that point home fast enough as we're almost halfway through July. So we got a good month and a half of summer left. Days are already getting shorter, but they're not getting any less beautiful. We do have a clean air action day for a lot of the area. We've got ozone building up. And that means if you can prevent running any gas-powered equipment, maybe refuel the car after 6 p.m., both of those contribute to the formation of ground-level ozone. It's not the best air quality, so this is not Canadian wildfire smoke that's producing this or prompting this. It's just ozone. We typically see these at least a handful of times throughout the summer, so keep that in mind. Several rain chances coming up this week. Some of those could be strong, maybe severe. There's a marginal chance of that for both tomorrow and then again on Wednesday. I'll show the outlooks here in just a second. Nothing on radar now. We're dry, comfortable temperatures. We had overnight lows where I was on vacation there in South Carolina in the mid to upper 70s for overnight low. So that's some tough sleeping weather. And keep in mind, their dew point temperatures there generally in the 70s. At one point, the dew point temperature got into the lower 80s. It was pretty oppressive heat. I like it hot and sticky. Didn't matter to me. But my point here is we've got some comfortable temperatures out there today with readings generally in the 50s. Let's look at clouds and radar movement. We'll pull out to a little bit wider perspective. We got some showers and some cloud cover, or an occasional embedded rumble of thunder across the UP moving to the east. That's not